Hi, I'm Rick Kahler. Thanks for joining me. Well, do you keep secrets about your spending from your significant other? Yeah, reasonable chance you do. Research shows that 44% of most partners do. Some money secrets within a coupleship are matters of privacy or convenience, but others cross a line into what we call financial infidelity. A recent survey that was compiled by Coupon Birds framed the question of financial infidelity in a way that I had never really seen. It asked 4,250 people how much their partner could spend without consulting them before they would consider it financial infidelity at a level that would cause them to reconsider the relationship. The responses? Well, they found that the average financial infidelity threshold was $13,510. So that's the number where it becomes really serious. So what's your number? Well, you may never have thought of this, or you might even know it exactly because you and your partner have an explicit agreement about the amount of a purchase that requires joint approval. Now, whether that is the level that if they exceed that, you're going to seriously reconsider the relationship or not, may not be one and the same. But what's important is that we give this some thought. And the question for me was hard to answer because financial infidelity hasn't been a big problem in my marriage, or at least that I know of. Years ago, my wife did confess to donating money that I didn't know about. She was sending $25 a month to a child in India. When she told me that, I wasn't upset in the least and fully supported her giving. So I guess I know that my number is something over $25 a month. But there were considerable differences in couples' infidelity spending thresholds geographically. For example, Massachusetts residents showed the highest at $23,416, and Rhode Islanders, not too far away, have far less tolerance considering unauthorized spending of just $2,389. Huge difference. South Dakotans, well, they came in at $12,067, nearly double our neighbor in Wyoming, who has a limit of $6,884. The study also found that 51% of respondents said they avoid talking about money with their partner altogether. 51%. Why? Because it can lead to arguments. And of those that do discuss money, the other 49%, it ends up in an argument 37% of the time. When asked about how often couples argue over their personal finances, over 1 in 10, which is 13%, said every day. Now, I want you to note that the survey did not ask participants what level or type of separate spending that they would consider financial infidelity, but what amount would be serious enough for them to consider ending the relationship. And as I said, the distinction is very important. Even a small dollar amount of secret spending might qualify as financial infidelity, depending on the specific circumstances. This is one of the major topics of my new book, Coupleship, Inc., co-authored with couples therapist Deborah Kaplan. And if you're interested in finding out a lot more on couples and money from an emotional standpoint, It's available, just came available on Amazon. So it's not possible to define a one-size-fits-all spending threshold between privacy and secrecy. Each couple needs to draw that boundary for themselves, ideally after a serious and constructive conversation about their finances. Distinguishing between secrecy and privacy can really be complicated, and so it's really important for partners to respect one another's privacy and autonomy. And it's equally important for partners to be transparent and trustworthy around money. One money management option that works well for a lot of couples, I have found, is for each partner to have an equal personal allowance in whatever amount is appropriate for the financial family budget. And that's to spend in any way that they wish. This is separate money to spend on themselves, and it's clearly private. At the same time, the partners agree that larger purchases and money decisions that affect the coupleship will be made jointly. The key to deciding whether keeping a particular money issue separate is secrecy or privacy is the reason behind the decision. If you don't have a lot of energy around the matter one way or another, it's probably a privacy issue. If you would feel embarrassed, ashamed, or otherwise uncomfortable talking with your partner about it, you may be keeping a potential secret that could be really devastating. So if in doubt, here's a simple guideline to follow. Any secret around money that you would feel ashamed to have your partner discover is an example of financial infidelity. Thanks for joining me.